We're live. We're live. Yay.
That was before, after.
It's nice. Well, 2 eggs in a basket are here. 2 eggs, 1 basket. 2 eggs in a basket. 2 eggs, 1 basket.
You don't know how many eggs they have.
They have
You
one.
don't know how many baskets they have.
I don't know how many baskets. There's Mark. Mark's here. Good evening.
Hi, Mark. Hi, Jason. And maybe Amanda.
Don't tell me no, not yet.
It's still raining.
He waits till we're in the middle of something and it's like, it's time for me to go outside and go potty. No. It's raining.
Feels like a Monday.
My needs are the most important needs in the world. I'm the most needy, most important.
He wasn't doing any of this until the camera went on. Truly. Spoiled.
Spoiled. That's like an understatement. I'll just go over here and stand on you. And if this doesn't work, then I'll stand on Dad. Because that's what I do. He spent the whole day with us.
Something caught his eye.
Hi from Peptine.
Peptine. They're in California.
A.K.A. Wendy and Will.
Yay. Wubba you.
There you go.
Throw the
what
ball.
Is he doing over there?
Jason says throw the ball.
Yeah, well, he's over there.
Hey, Sam loves coffee.
He's trying to get the ball out of the thing up there on the visor.
You can't play.
Get over
I know
here.
You think this is playtime.
Get down. Come here. Come here.
Okay. Hey, I got 2 thumbs up already.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Come here. How many customers at the fireworks shop today? Hey! He's being a little butthead.
Because you put his
Come here.
we put his toy box on the sun visor and he's over there batting around the Kleenex box.
No, that's that fiberglass.
Oh, well, whatever. It looks like a Kleenex box to me.
We had quite a few today, actually. It actually was... let's tie him up outside in the rain.
So what's new with everybody?
Well, we got a question. How many customers at the fireworks shop today? We had, I don't know,
probably 6 or 7.
Yeah, at least that.
Yeah. And that bought, and then there were another, I don't know, 3 to 5 that walked in, looked, and said, "Oh, I'll be back."
Yeah, so yesterday was a skunker. But, yeah, it's just...
it's different than last year.
And the thing is people don't have money, you know. That one gal that was there today, she was having to go through and
she
check all her credit limits.
What she did is she put money from one account into her other account.
Oh, yeah, okay. Anyway. Good evening from Virginia, Charlie Port.
Hey, Charlie.
That's not where you're normally from, are you? And Sam loves coffee. Hope all are well. Drinking iced coffee this evening.
Yeah.
Drinking iced water.
I take an iced coffee.
And
8 thumbs up.
And she'll be up all night with her tummy hurting. So, anyway, thank you folks who watched our last video. We did pretty good on our last video. Appreciate that. Still working on the growing process. We're almost to 5 years into this, and it's about time to make it grow. But it's hard when you're working, and we are working all the time, huh?
I mean, we can only show you so many fireworks.
Yeah.
It's like, light them up.
We get tired of looking at them because they're all over the place.
The only thing different would be to ignite them.
And I love it. People come in and go, well, you know, what's this doing? What's that doing? I just roll my eyes like,
We're from
that's why
California.
they got those little QR codes on them so you can look at them. You
we
know?
don't know nothing. They're from California.
Yeah. But anyway.
There we go.
Let's see.
Once we get to the 4th, I imagine it would get a bit busier. That's the hope, Sam.
Jason's still drywalling. And more to install.
Hey, Dougie. Tell Rincon hi for us. I love that place.
Yeah, it's pretty. I like watching the sunset on the ocean out there.
After your life, we have more to install. Really? You guys are like working into the night. Guess I ain't got water. He's so needy at showtime.
He goes around, figures out, I need my ball. I need to go potty. I need my blanket on your lap. I need a bowl of water.
I need.
KG, come here. KG, come here.
Be right back.
Give him some poison water. So, yeah, anyway. What?
He has water. He has food.
He's just making noise.
Yeah.
He's been getting his way 100%. He is with us all day long. If I go to get something to eat, he goes with me. He gets to eat fries on the way home. Last night he had hamburger and fries, just the meat. And I mean, he's just a spoiled little brat right now. And
you didn't want water.
Yeah. He just wants the water bowl to the rim filled. Come here. Get over here.
When he's out of water, he scratches the bottom of the bowl.
And makes as much noise as he can.
Yeah. But he wasn't out of water.
He bangs it all around in there. And yep, did a little work on the motorhome this week, touching it up.
Yeah.
Trying to make it look decent again after the hail just destroyed it.
In Colorado.
In Colorado, man, that was horrible. So I had to dig out on where the body meets the fender front. I had to dig all that caulking out and sand it all real nice and recaulk it. Touch up the paint. Ooh. He's wet, huh? Yeah. Just got a drink.
Love you, you little turd.
Says, I'm not a little turd. I'm a big turd.
That's the other thing he's been doing. He'll come and he'll sit right here, and he does that. I told Bill if he had a watch, he'd be going bedtime.
Yeah. He's been telling me to go to bed.
Bill to go in there, and then he comes out and works on me. Then he gives up on me.
There's Julie Her. Yo-Yus.
Julio.
Oh, Julio.
Hi, Julie.
I can barely see, Julie. Man. My eyes are... I have such a hard time reading.
Julio and Teresa. Hi, guys. Did you say hi to Aunt Teresa? Yeah?
Why are you staring at me? Dude. He's being what he calls hard to get along with.
I don't like lives now.
We should go take a bath. Want to go take a bath? Want to go bye-bye? You want to take a bath? Want to play ball? Want to take a bath? You don't like that. He's really good about it, though.
He'll walk right in.
He sees me lay the towel down, and he just goes over there and walks right in the shower. He doesn't mess around at all.
Anyway, so yeah, every day we've just been doing the same old thing, waiting for people to show up.
Come on, you can come up here.
Today was busier than yesterday or Friday, so that's a good thing. And
just don't bounce around. Lay down.
Hopefully next week we'll start, rolling into some. Next week we're supposed to be
busier.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be busier.
Yeah, it'd be really nice to just hammer down the last 2 weeks, and that's what happened last time. So
yeah,
we don't get too nervous because Starlink has all the records from last year every day, and
yeah.
of course, we haven't made a fortune here, but the good thing about it is it's free
No
place
rent,
to
no
stay,
utilities.
and we have good electricity and water and
AC,
and we
and
haven't.
Gage gets to be with us, so I like that.
And we get to go in at, we kind of get to set our own hours and everything. So
Yeah.
we figured out what works good for us. We're open normally from 10 till 7 at night. We don't really get any. We get people around maybe starting around 11 a.m.
Yeah.
And then about 5:30 or 6 o'clock, we're pretty much done. We've had one guy here at 7 o'clock since we've been here.
There's about one car.
Yeah, every few
minutes.
Yeah.
That's it.
We had a big wreck today, though.
Busy. Yeah, we had a wreck up on the 65 freeway, which we can see real well from right here.
Yeah, we could look out the window and see.
And I saw them put the guy on the gurney and put him into the ambulance, and it was not fun.
Yeah.
It was funny because I was coming out of the motorhome going back over to the store, and I heard smack real loud. And I knew right away what it was and where it was. So I hope the guy's okay. But I don't know if it was his passenger they put on a gurney or what, but the guy got out and he was walking around. I told Bill I thought he might have been in shock because he was wandering in the lanes, and it could have been a lot worse.
Well, there was apparently a wreck further down.
Yeah.
Something flew off a trailer and caused a wreck, and then there was a wreck right here by us.
Jammed up both ways.
So I guess Two Eggs almost blew a hot water line on their trailer. On their motorhome. You got to put a regulator on that.
How did that happen? Too much pressure.
Too much water
pressure.
Yeah. So I think you've seen, I have that one where I can adjust it. So what I do is when I get somewhere and I hook up the water line, I'll crank it on, and then I'll bring it down until I'm around 45 psi, and then that works good for me.
You got lucky. Blowing out the hot water line would not be fun. True.
So what's better, gate guarding or fireworks? Well, as far as the job goes, this is a lot better. This is real easy. It's selling, and I'm very comfortable with talking to people, and I don't know really anything about fireworks, but you don't really have to. The people pretty much know.
They know what they want when they come in.
And they're the ones that teach us about the fireworks. So what I learned last year, I still kind of remember, and I know there's certain fireworks that are that people say these are really awesome. And if people say, well, what would you get? I go, well, I know this is good and that's good, and and some of it's real inexpensive, so they'll usually buy it. So
we did sell 16,000 firecrackers today. Comes in a roll. I'm not kidding you. Yeah. It's about this big around.
Yeah, and you roll it out, and it just they blow for about 40 minutes. It says
$125.
Yeah, but the thing with the gate guarding is every day you get paid $175 to $225 every day, and every week you get paid for the week you work. So, you pretty much know how much you're going to make. But if you're working,
when it's going to hit your bank account.
If you're working a 24-hour gate, only one person can leave. And usually that was me, and it was usually only one day a week I would leave and go get groceries, do laundry, and grab us some lunch and come back.
Julio says, cough, cough, 125.
Yeah.
It takes 45 minutes for them to all to light off. You roll it down the street. It goes from one end of your block to the other end of your block.
And one of the guys had bought one of those last year, and he said, yeah, and all my neighbors, it took me 2 days to sweep up all the paper. They were all, but you needed to clean that up. So he said he did. But fireworks are expensive.
They are.
They are expensive.
It's like Give me $100 bill and I'll get my big lighter and just light it on fire.
We get people come in and they go, well, what can I get for like $30? Well, not much. I mean, we could hook you up with some stuff, but it's not going to be much. Yeah. So, but we've been they got little QR codes on them, and you scan them with your phone, and Darla and I've been kind of playing around with that, and kind of gives you an idea.
And it shows you what they do on a video.
We had a lady come in today, and she goes, "Do you have these?" And we had those, and then the other one, I don't remember what the name of it was.
Star America.
Yeah, and we didn't have that, but we had a bunch of stuff that was probably pretty close. And she was looking at them, and she goes, "Well, let me go home and do some more research, and I'll come back." So I think she's gonna buy a bunch.
Says back to the water tank. You want to talk about the water tank again, or what I missed?
What happened to the water tank?
The water pressure.
Was it back feeding? Yeah. Well, and see that $40,000. It's, if you guys are reading along with me, Sam Loves Coffee. I like watching them, but not buying them. The city next to mine canceled them. Too expensive, $40,000 for one night, way too much. And that's the type of stuff we have. We have a lot of that kind of stuff. So, and the cities, they go all out. They go crazy. But we have customers. We haven't experienced them at our store, but some of the other stores will come in and drop $5,000. So
yeah, we haven't experienced that. Yeah, Jason said they take the afternoons off.
Yeah.
No AC in the barn. Too much pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hi Terry Burns. Better late than not at all. You're not that late either.
Yeah, you're just. We're just getting started.
The thing we like to do, I mean, you know, we grew up in California, so we really didn't get. I mean, when we were little, we had some fireworks, but then as we got older,
Red Devils, what we had, and they were
like, no, can't do that.
They were called Safe and Sane.
Yeah. So they were never really.
There was no firecrackers and no skyrockets, bottle rockets.
But and now it's even less than that.
You get like little fountains. Yeah. They would go up about 20 feet, and you know, snails and sparklers and Piccolo Pete's.
A couple years ago, when we were in Havasu, we bought $5 tickets, and we went to, I can't remember the name of the park.
But it's a big.
There's a park in Havasu, Lake Havasu City. And
it's like a raceway. They do some kind of racing.
They do a lot of things there. But anyway, and they had a big, huge, giant fireworks display. And I'm not kidding. It took probably 3 or 4 hours, and it was so smoky, but it was so fun. All these pyrotechnic companies, they try out their new, whatever they've designed for the next season in January. They try it out on everybody. I guess it's in February, but it was awesome to watch. That would be worth the $5, you know. I've never seen a show like that.
Yeah, Teresa doesn't like them because she doesn't like the dummies that light the fireworks off in the campground. And Makio's here. Hello,
hey,
Makio.
Makio.
We had
Hope you're feeling better.
RV park neighbor go out the night with his RV on city water. I stepped outside to make sure all was well with our rig for the night, and there was water pouring out of every bay.
Oh no!
We were in Fernley, Nevada. Well, that there too, but Fernley, Nevada, that one time, and there were people that just had regular travel trailers, and it got down to like 10 degrees. And I mean, we could drive out of the park going to work, and you just see water pouring out of them. You know, there's that.
Remember Rosie, and I can't remember her husband's name, but theirs broke on them at least twice. I think maybe 3 times. But they had a FEMA trailer in Coffeyville, Kansas, in December. It was ridiculous.
You gotta, if you're going to do this lifestyle, you either have to be real careful where you go, or you have to be real careful what you buy. So the thing that's nice about motorhomes normally is they have compartments where all the water hooks up, and a lot of the fifth wheels are that way too. Especially the Grand Designs and stuff. They have like a cabinet. You open the door and it's all you seal I seal everything up so that, and I haven't had to worry about it. It's plenty warm here, but
we had a rainstorm like you would not believe today.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I have a little electric heater and I have a thermostat that plugs in line, and I just set it in there, and then I have a temperature gauge right here by my chair, and I can see what the temperature is in that bay. And when the temperature drops down to 38, it kicks on, and when it gets up to 48, it kicks off. So it just maintains it within that 10 degrees right there. And in Colorado, I mean, it worked perfect.
Yeah.
Never had once I got that, I never had to worry about it again.
He said they shut the water off and waited for the guy to break the news when he got back.
Yeah.
John says, I've seen people set fireworks off in truck stops. Who would that be, John?
Yeah, John.
Hi, Yanni.
Yeah. He's seen himself do that?
Makio says, feeling better, but wasn't easy changing a clutch cable with a finger in a cast. Yeah. You knew it was going to be tough. You said that. I shut my water off and release the pressure when it's going to freeze for 2 hours or more.
Yeah.
Yep, Teresa.
Yeah, well, you have a Class C, and some of the Class Cs have the water stuff inside, but some of them have everything hanging down too.
Like that couple I was saying in Kansas that we worked with at Amazon. They had a FEMA trailer because that's what they could afford. But those FEMA trailers, everything, they got it in Texas.
Yeah.
And all the plumbing was exposed to everything outside underneath. So.
Well, they're designed to be set down and wrapped.
Yeah.
And that wasn't happening. So.
All I heard, Melicat, shut off, we have water. Shut it off, we have water. Yeah. John says not me.
What you could do, Teresa, is what we do is I run an extension cord into my water bay, and then it's just a little square electric heater. I don't even think it has a thermostat, but I've got a little deal, and it just plugs into the extension cord, and then I plug the heater into it, and it just sits in there, and when it gets cold, it turns on, and when it gets warm, it turns off. So you just don't even have to worry, and I can watch it from right here. I could, in my chair, I could see it.
Inside, but she still doesn't take chances. Not worth it. I agree. Julio, we're glad you caught us live too tonight.
Yeah. When we're in Arkansas and it gets real cold, we have a hydrant, where you lift it up, turn the water on, you shut it off, and I'll just fill my water tank because I don't have any problems with the in the RV. What I have is the hydrant to the RV, so I just shut it off. The hydrant, all the water goes down and drains out underground. Then I just disconnect the hose and drain it. We don't have any problems there. So, and we don't have to fill it every day. We fill it about every 2 or 3 days. What do we have to do to you? You are a PEST. He can't spell.
You're cute.
Yet.
He's very cute.
He hasn't learned how to spell yet. He's pretty smart. Just not smart enough yet.
You've got you figured out. Your son's so good. Up you go. I know.
Yeah.
It's not playtime. It's not.
But anyway, and we had John Tardif and his wife come by and visit today.
AKA JT.
JT.
And Joe.
And he has, what's his handle on his?
Well, I know his Facebook is Rincon John.
Yeah. And then we had Mark and Diane.
From Mark Concessions.
Okay.
They have a I don't know if it's a truck or trailer, but they have a concession vehicle.
Yeah.
Up in Indiana, which isn't that far from here, anyways. But
yeah.
They followed us for a long time, and they came and met us too. So.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it made yesterday go really fast.
I do owe Mark and Diane a little more time though, because John and I got to talking.
Yeah. They showed up at the same time.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were going to, but we had fun.
So we need to get together with them, and John and Joe said they'd be back to visit too. So hopefully they don't do it the same day, so we can, you know. But we did kind of leave the door open if people want to come and visit us. We put the address out here, and you're more than welcome to come here. I don't know why you would want,
hey,
unless you want deep fire. Who?
Kaufman's shop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Have we seen him before?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Colorado.
Oh, Nash, right? All right. Hey Nash, how you doing? He's one of the Chevron guys.
Yeah.
So next
we
time.
like when you pop in, Nash.
Yeah, we do.
Appreciate it.
Should we give you a shout out?
Mikio said Cage must be happy to have you both with him during the day. He is very happy.
Always.
We bring him into the store, and he's got his own chair. When we were in Quartzsite, another of our subscribers, Bob Hillman, he had a lower to the ground chair that he didn't want anymore, and he's like, Cage can have it, so he left it for him. Actually,
he gave it to RV Davey,
and RV Davey couldn't use it.
He couldn't use it; he was scared of it.
Totally
it's like a rocking chair. Yeah. Yeah, and Cage has got it down now, where he jumps on that thing, and it just gives enough, so it kind of shock absorbs him. Played a lot of ball today.
That's where he stays all day long. We put this his blanket on it.
This is my blanket. He's just trying to get it away from me. So, yeah, if there's any other Chevron guys or Select or Fortress, let us know you're here. I'll give you a shout out.
We missed you guys.
Yeah, that's the best part about. That's the best part. Someone was asking me what I like better. Gate guarding or.
Yeah, at least you get to talk.
Yeah.
To people. I mean, if people don't come into the store, we can.
Yeah, we have to talk to each other, and that's doesn't go over good. But yeah, the people, especially Colorado, they were really good there. Really, really good people. There was only maybe one that was really bad.
It starts with Art and ends with Gutterson?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But
and then
even he calmed down in the end. So
we really liked the guards we worked with.
Yeah.
They were great people. All of them.
Right. Yeah. Do we need to repeat all the names there?
Do you remember them?
Well, I know Randy and Mary and Jason and May, and then Brian and Rhonda. Did I get them all?
Who else was before that?
There was who was there? Okay, there was Mark and Sandra, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was Ray and Tammy, and there was Deb and Steve. I think that was it. Who else?
Who's been remodeling their bathroom?
Oh, yeah, but they took out too soon. That's Jeff and Alyssa.
That's a lot of people, you know. We were there 82 days, and that's how many people we went through, how many couples we went through. And a lot of it had to do with that shack being moved. I tell you. People
you know, and the thing about it is she used to be amazed because we would work sugar beets, and I'd have 70 people on my crew, and I knew everybody's name. Plus, I knew everybody's name on the other crew. And the guys, the foremen that I worked with, they'd always put me in charge of dealing with, getting people their, logged in and all that, because I remembered everybody.
And it went quicker because
it went real fast because but I'm having getting to that age where I'm struggling
You
more,
need to
so
exercise your
it's
brain.
more exercises.
Losing its elasticity.
I'm drinking milk now. It's good for your brain.
It's got omega-3 in it.
Yeah,
So
that's a secret. You want to know a secret? I'll teach you a secret. Costs you about I think it's what, about 75 cents a gallon more.
yeah.
But you get organic milk, and instead of lasting 3 days in the refrigerator and then it goes bad, it lasts a month. It's just amazing, huh?
It is amazing how long
And
it
it's
lasts.
really good. It tastes really. It's organic milk,
It does
and
taste
they got
good
it
too.
in low
I don't like
fat
milk.
and they got it in every kind of milk there is. But it's just not. They just don't screw with it as much, I
Jason
guess.
says we're getting a new fantastic sound tomorrow. The motor went out.
Who did?
Jason.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wish. Well, if I was there, I think I have a motor somewhere in the storage. I bought one new one, and then I bought some parts, and I
Right.
was able to redo both of ours. I took the good
Blade.
parts off of this and mix and match, and they've been, because we used to leave them running all the freaking time. We never shut them off.
Shop says yes, agreed. Nice people.
Yeah.
Teresa says people are great, can make a rough day. The people are great. They can make a rough day better. Cows aren't over medicated. Milk tastes better. Yeah, that's right, Teresa. True that.
So Nash, do you know Kyle Yago? He is he's with Select though, huh? Yeah, I think he's with Select.
But he works opposite shift from Nash. Nash is going home when Kyle's coming in. So
Nash was like, okay, where'd you get that hat? When I got my Chevron hat, and I told him it was a secret, I couldn't tell him. He thinks he figured out who gave it to me. I don't know. Someone must have told him something. Oh, you don't? Okay. Yago's a good guy. Kyle. He came in and sat down with us last night. He came in and sat in the shack for about 20 minutes or so. He was like crying when we left. He was really emotional. But
the cost of the motor is the same price as new complete kit, if not more for the motor.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know the older stuff is a lot more beefier than the newer stuff. The newer stuff is real cheap. It's Dometic bottom out, and now they just buy all Chinese junk.
Did the cathedral ceiling drywallers ever get in touch with you? How's that going?
Well, you know what I think's great is when we need to drywall our place. We know a couple of really good drywallers now. They should have it down. You just got to learn the mud
Night,
thing.
Yanni. Night, Patty. Love you guys.
Oh, he's going to bed. Well, see, we're on the East Coast here too, John. We had to stay up late to be here for you.
Play with the dogs.
See, it's what is it? 8:30 here now.
Yeah.
Lonely Hitchhiker Kent. Howdy, Kent. Y'all. Hope all is good. Y'all hit up the thumbs up button.
Yes, thank you guys.
Yeah, everything's good. Everything's good, and we got a good group tonight.
Yeah. Next week, okay. So at least I got in touch with you. That's good to know. Mexican food restaurant open yet? I know it's not. I saw somebody on Facebook, and they were selling kitchen equipment, like a stove and I don't know, a bunch of stuff from Rich Mountain Nursing Home, I guess, shut down. But anyway, and I saw Jessica said, hey, whatever the lady's name, Deidre, I think her name is, that's trying to open that. She's like, do you need any of these? So she was looking for stuff for her.
We used to have a guy that used to make kitchen equipment. One of our customers, he used to make all the stuff for professional kitchens.
So if any of you guys are not in the know, 2 Eggs, 1 Basket RV and Mellow Cat bought property in Arkansas, and they're building a barn dominium like what we wanted to do, but they got brave and decided they were gonna drywall
And they have enough money to do it
and
too.
mud and tape themselves. So
And it's tall.
yeah, but they're not gonna do that part. They gotta hire somebody to do that because they just.
It's going to be
It'll be
really
better.
awesome. I still.
But let me just say, Jason and Amanda, you guys need to put a video out. I want to see.
Yeah, if we could get like 2 million subscribers, then we could probably afford to build
Our
one of
goal
those things.
is.
There goes a guy on a motorcycle.
Hey,
Boy, does that bring back memories.
What's new with Class A living? Anybody know?
He's
one of Bill's favorite
He
YouTubers.
put knobs, doorknobs, and lock deadbolts and on his motorhome, and now he's chopped up all the parts of the old motorhome, and he's got an eBay store, and you can actually buy parts of the wall.
That's how he's generating money?
Of patches, yeah. The old, not the new steel walls that weigh 4,000 pounds, but the old fiberglass ones.
Huh? What's up?
I keep hearing. Oh, it's down here.
Well, that's enterprising, I guess. Trying to generate some income.
Okay, you got it. Myrna Norris.
Myrna Norris.
Capit.
Hey, USA. Hi, Myrna Norris.
Hi. Everybody's got to say hi to Myrna.
No, not yet. A few guys were checking out the sign the other day on the Mexican food restaurant. Okay.
Went to go see a live band last night.
Really? Where?
Well, I'd hate to go see a dead one. Yeah.
You never can keep track with what's going on in Mina. They've always got something going on.
Yeah, and when we get back, I want to do more stuff. Seems like a lot of community.
I'll pray for him. Jason, we were talking about you, and when Bill gets firing on the wrong cylinders, and you're always mute.
Yeah.
Told our friends JT and Joe that. So that's
the Grateful Dead. Yeah, that's who you saw, Jason, the Grateful Dead.
No, that's Julio that said that.
I know, but I'm just
got it.
See if that's who he saw.
A dead band. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it wasn't the Grateful Dead that were dead. It was all the audience from taking LSD.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was.
Where they went.
That's what was.
Was it a good band?
They were famous for.
They do always have something going on, though.
Yeah, what was that thing we went to? It was like the
fair?
No, we went to the Elks that time.
Oh yeah, it
was just a big barbecue, I guess.
Yeah, it was near Halloween, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I seen a cool chalk art image of Jerry Garcia today.
Yeah.
Where was that?
Somebody drew it, huh?
So Julio, I think, lives in Colorado.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
I think.
Denver.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was going to try to get with us there, but that was such a tough place to get with anybody. Nobody could come and see us.
Yeah.
And then for us we never knew when we were going to be able to go anywhere, and it was just because we were kind of running that show. Oh, Denver. Yeah. Well, you were close.
No, that's where he saw that.
Oh.
He was closer than Denver to us, I think. I forget the name of the town he was.
But
I want to say Longmont, but
Yeah,
Hey, Vince Simmons, welcome.
There we go. we had such a hard time with problems there at that with
trying to keep things running.
I was replacing Zerk fitting. The gates were rusting shut. You could barely open them, and she was having a heck of a time. So, and then someone had put Zerk fittings in it, and I told the maintenance people and everybody about it.
Over the Zerk fitting.
Yeah,
so you couldn't get any grease in there.
So I told our company, I said, well, I'll fix it, but it's going to cost you. When I put a wrench in my hand, it's not for free. So I charged them $60 to replace
west of Denver.
8 Zerks.
They were pretty good. I was just in an off mood. Well, at least they
See
were
you,
good.
Casitas
Hey
here.
guys,
Hey, how you guys
Rosie and
doing?
Diane. Hi, Bill and Darla Lake getting on tonight to listen. Hope you're doing good. We're doing great.
Yeah, we're doing really good.
We think you guys should drive down and see us.
Yeah, they're in Kansas. That's only about a 2-day drive.
Just a 2-day drive. Load up the casita and we'll plug you in over here.
We'll set you up with a tent. You make some money.
Yeah.
They're still looking for people, but
yeah,
we've sent about 4 couples that for some reason things didn't happen, and a little discouraged on sending people, and that was
reassessing things, but
yeah.
We're here. We're doing okay.
And I know Jeff and Alyssa are doing good, and so it's just hard when you try to help people get gigs, and then
it doesn't work out.
But you don't know. You get responses from them, and then I talk to Mike, and Mike says, "Well, I need them. Have them call me. I need them." But some people call, and I don't know what happens. I really don't, and it's hard to be the middleman because
because we only know our experience, and if other people have a different experience, it definitely makes us feel bad. Like what are we doing? Should we not be doing this? That's what I'm saying. Just reassessing. And we feel really badly about the people that it didn't work out for.
Yeah, the thing is Mike needs help, and people want to do a job, and the thing about this job is it's not a killer job.
No.
Some of these like working in a campground can be some of the most miserable work you've ever done in your life. We've experienced that a few times and not enjoyed it.
2 Eggs has too.
Yeah, and they make it's all just going to be the most wonderful time of your life, and there's fishing across the street, and there's all these things, and then you get there, and then the first thing they do is have you hauling yak meat from the basement up to a shed up in the Tules. It was like crazy, and they got all these young kids sitting around doing nothing.
But that's another story for another day.
Yeah. Anyway, so we try to avoid the campground jobs as much as possible, but
we're doing pretty good so far.
Yeah.
Once you know.
The thing about it is and we've done it before too, where we found a job and we went to the place and we had to rent a campsite and we worked the job when we worked in Billings, Montana at Brett's RV. And we had our own place, and the whole thing was, separate. And then we went and worked a job, and then next year he goes, "Oh, we got to have the new building. Lot. You can stay on the lot." But all we had was electricity. We'd have to go over and fill our water tank. They were supposed to
always having to pull the slide in and batten down the hatches and drive the RV over to do dump and fill up with water,
which is a pain. Yeah. So
we did that for 5 months, 4 months, whatever. Yeah.
But we made good money there too.
Well, especially when we didn't have to pay to stay there. That first year, we paid $1,100 to a KOA.
Yeah.
So that we could work, at that.
One time we went home, and our dog was on the bottom step of the motorhome, panting. If you ever seen a Boston Terrier when it's hot, they're hot, and we opened the door and he come flying out and walked in, and the motorhome was dead, and they were saying that we had too much stuff running. I go, dude, we don't have. All we had is one air conditioner running, and what it was is they were charging like a scissor lift battery, and
on
our circuit, and it was just like eating up like 80 amps, or something. And they finally figured it out. And here we were paying all this money. I said, you need to rewire this place or whatever you got to do. We're not going to pay this kind of money and then
have you kill our dog.
Have you kill our dog. So they got it fixed, but
Bad news.
yeah, you can run into problems, and then
Yeah, Jason says, been there, done that. Only 2 days off to recover, and there's no time to sightsee. Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
And sometimes your days off aren't consecutive, so there's that.
Well, and then when we were there in Uray, Colorado,
We worked a split shift. That was horrible.
yeah,
I love that place. It was gorgeous.
it was a pretty
to this
place.
day think that it was the prettiest place I've ever been. But man, oh man, we worked our tails off.
Well, and the owners they were smoking weed and drinking and just getting all screwed
taking
up.
Prescription pills.
And then
a mess.
this guy's wife would put on a dress and cowboy boots and get up on the tables and dance, and there'd be little kids, looking up underneath her dress, sitting at the tables. It was just, and then she came over to me and she goes, "Man, you gotta smile, man. You're bringing me down." I'm like, "What?" She goes, "You're bringing me down. I need you to put a smile on your face." I go, "I'm just working." She goes, "You just have a bad attitude." I'm like, I'm over here. I mean, we were just cranking. I mean, we were told it was like a snack shack. We get there and we were doing $700, $800, $900 breakfast, and then we were doing like $2,000 dinners. I mean, when you know how much food that is, I mean, we had lines going down the.
We worked at 30 campgrounds.
Well, we worked Wisconsin twice. Well, 1.5. Well, actually, maybe half one season because we left Adventureland.
That's what it was.
And then we went back the next year, and then they were going to let us go for Sydney's wedding, and I just told them we're going. So we got fired, but he knew ahead of time before we went there. I told him our daughter's going to be getting married, and we're going to need to be. And he was going to give us 2 days to drive 1,000 miles one way, go to the wedding, and then drive 1,000 miles back. I said that's impossible. I can't do that. So I just told him. I said, "Hey, we're going to be leaving. We're going to leave a couple of days before the wedding. We're going to go there, and we won't be back."
And that's where we met Mellow Cat and 2 Eggs.
Right. And they were the ones that got stuck having to cover for.
Yes.
That's why they never got to go sightseeing.
Yeah, right.
But
I don't think I could have stayed for that nonsense. Yeah. Honestly, when he cut us loose, it was like, whew, good.
And it was raining like crazy.
Yeah.
And we started walking out the door, and Darla was in front of me. She turns around, she goes, "We should just go." He was going to let us work that night, and
which was the busiest night.
And it was busy, and we were with this guy that, like the week before, he just shut down. We got real busy.
He got mad, and he just went.
He just shut down.
He wouldn't do anything.
And I turned around, and she told me, she goes, "Why don't we just go right now?" And I just turned around and told the guy, I just said, "Hey, we're going to leave right now." And he's like, oh, he was all freaked out. It's like, well, you're going to screw us. Now you're going to get screwed. So, hey.
Yeah,
and then actually, Jason and Amanda got screwed. Is what it is. But, oh well. It worked out because they came and they got a place and everything else, see? So, kind of felt obligated, huh, after that.
Free at last, thank God Almighty. Free at last.
Yeah.
True.
Well, and then we had a gig. I know some of you know this. We were working baseball, and I got a text from a guy, and he says, "Would you be interested in working in Key West, Florida?" And I asked her, and she said, "Yeah, I guess so." So I texted back. I said, "Sure. What do you got?" And that's where it's at. And he didn't do anything. And then like a week later, he goes, "You still interested in working in Key West?" And I said, "Yeah, I told you I am." And he said, "Okay, well, I need to talk to you." So we talked. and it sounded interesting, and we were going to be assistant managers, and we were going to do all these wonderful things. And so we went back. We were staying at my brother's house then. We stayed at my brother's house, and it was like, oh, one more week, one more. I'll have you come in another week, and I'll have you come. And finally, he had us. He said, "Okay, we'll come down." So we went down there and we got parked, and it was like a really beautiful campsite. It had a tiki hut with a barbecue and this whole thing. And they took us out to dinner that night, and then all of a sudden the next day it's just like I don't want you talking to anybody. And there was 81 sites, and they were all owned by individuals. And some people owned two or three, and some people only had one, and this kind of stuff. But anyway, we started I mean, some people were walking by with their dog, and we just said hi to them. We're talking to them about their dog, and this guy comes popping out of the bushes on a bike, and he goes, "What are you doing?" "What do you mean?" He goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "We're talking to these people." He goes, "Well, about what?" I said, "About their dog." And he goes, "Well, where are you supposed to be going?" I go, "We're going to go do laundry." And he goes, "Okay, well, why don't you just go do your laundry?" And so that set me off real weird. And I had met this one. There was one guy in there owned his own lot, and he was an ex-con. He had been spent some serious time in prison, but he was a cool guy. And him and I got to talking, and because of my background and motorcycle world stuff, I knew how to talk to him, and we got to be pretty good pals. And anyway, I had a deal, he told me a situation where what's happening is where'd they put you? Did they put you in the assistant manager spot or in the manager spot? I said, well, they put us in the manager spot. He said, well, you know why, don't you? And I said, no. And he says, because in a couple of weeks, the managers now are going to leave. And when they leave, they're not coming back. And they're going to want you to sign a 2-year contract. And I said, what? So then in the meantime,
we were already kind of going stir crazy anyways.
In the meantime, I had this one guy that was just there for the weekend, and he had set his trash out, and we used to go by and pick the trash up and put it in the golf cart and take it to the dumpster for him. And he come running out and just wanted someone to talk to, and I was talking to him for a couple of minutes. And I look over, and here's this guy sitting in his car across the way, just giving me the stink eye. And I'm like, what's up with this guy? He comes whipping over, and he goes, you need to go help the guy in the clubhouse or whatever, help him put the tables away and stuff. And he takes off, and this guy I was talking to, he goes, well, man, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get you in trouble. I said, no, man, don't worry, you didn't get me in trouble. So I went in the back, and I checked this, and I talked to the guy. He said, I've been done with that for over half an hour. So that was it. I was pissed, and I turned around. I went back, and I caught him, and there was like 6 employees there. And I got out of that cart, and I went over and got right in his face, and I explained to him that he was never going to talk to me like that again. And he's like, well, hey, calm down. Let's just go over here and talk. I said, I'm not going to. I go, they need to hear it too. I go, I don't know. You're some kind of bully or something. I'm not going to put up with your crap. And boy, he backed way down. And then then the day came where this was afterwards that we found out about the 2-year thing. And I said, let's go over to town and we'll get lunch. We'll do our laundry, do a little shopping, and we'll come back, pull the slide out in, we'll back the truck out, hook up the motorhome. We'll just blaze. We've been there 9 days.
I didn't feel the least bit bad because they lied to us.
Yeah, so we
got us there under false pretenses.
So we backed out and hooked up, and here he come. He come in and says, what are you doing? What are you doing? I go, we're leaving. He goes, when? I said, right now. And he goes, well, I thought we were okay. I said, yeah, we're fine. We're just leaving. We're done. We got something we got to go take care of. We're not coming back.
It was a nice place to see. I always say it was really nice to see. I'm glad we did it.
It was beautiful.
Like Julio says, I'd like to see it one day. Well, we did, and then it was like I almost felt claustrophobic because it was like water everywhere. I felt like I was on an island, and really we were. I mean, yeah.
Well, we
The idea of
The best part
being
was
stuck there
driving
for
there
2
and
years.
driving home
Yeah.
out of there. So
The idea of being stuck there for 2 years was just way more than my brain could embrace.
and I
Really.
asked them, I said, what happens when one of these big hurricanes
Yeah.
comes? Oh, we all leave. I said, really? He says, yeah.
No.
Yeah. So when we left, then that, what was it,
Hurricane
Ida?
Ida.
Ida came through there, and I mean it went right dead center over this place and destroyed it. And the people that replaced us lost their RV. They were in a Category 5 safety building that came apart, and they survived, but it was really, really bad, and they lost their RV and the whole thing. It was just a good thing we got out of there.
Yeah,
So.
Jacob says one way in, one way out.
Yeah, well, and then the thing about it was, is all the roads were messed up for a while after that.
Jason also said he had dinner before he covered our shit.
Yeah.
At least.
Well.
Anyway, but so
he was being unreasonable.
We've learned a lot over the years, what we like, what we don't like, and what we'll tolerate and what we won't tolerate. We're a lot smarter than our first year out. I'll say that.
Well, the thing about it is we were self-employed.
Yeah.
For over 30 years, and I, when I wasn't self-employed, I was always like a manager or a boss or something, and I treat people really good. I always treated people with respect, even the way it is now. But I go, I give what I get, and I don't like, telling me I can't talk to people, which I wasn't doing anything wrong. I think he was just afraid that
somebody was going to tell us what
someone was going to tell us what they told us, and if he had been cool, we might have been willing to deal with it. I don't know, but maybe not. I wouldn't stay too. They had these freaking iguanas, man. They were like 3 feet
so
long,
nasty.
and they're mean.
Yeah, and they run around like stray dogs.
So I just got to the point where there was a couple of places where I knew they hung out. I'd go hook up the hose with I had a high pressure nozzle, and I'd go over and I just squirt them, and they take off. So.
But there was no getting rid of them. I mean,
yeah.
They were just everywhere. Anyway.
Yeah, it was and some of those campsites
gosh,
sold
for the worst sunburn.
Yeah.
The worst sunburn. That was
bad. Some of those spaces were $2 million, huh?
Yep.
People were buying these spaces that, like, out at the end of what it was like a peninsula, and one side had what they called a deep water canal, where they used to bring these big ships in because they had missile where they could launch missiles at Cuba on this peninsula that was a man-made structure. And then on the other side was just a regular ocean. It was only like 2 feet deep at the deepest part.
And they actually dredged out. If you look at an aerial shot, you can see, especially right where we were, there's a big square of seafloor that they removed.
Right. And
deeper.
Yeah, so it was, and guys would bring their boats in, and they get them going really fast and shut them off, so they would come in and
not hang up.
Yeah, get hung up. So one way.
Good cure for iguanas is a high quality 25-35 air rifle. Yeah.
Yeah, well they're
not going to allow that.
They wouldn't let that happen.
But good suggestion.
Sam Coker, hello sir.
Hey,
I like
Sam
gloves.
Coker. I like gloves. What gloves do you have at home?
Okay, Sam, where do we know you're from? From Colorado.
Good night, Makio. We are about ready to tap out. That's right.
Yeah.
Getting right at that mark. Sorry, Sam Coker. I guess we're just going to have to end our conversation there with you.
Well,
maybe next time.
We can go for a minute more or two. See what's going on. Okay. What gloves do you have? What
are you? I don't know if I want to know what you're talking about.
Well, remember I don't know if he's from the Colorado guys. I love gloves as well.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm happy for you. Gloves is what people wear on their hands.
Yeah, we know.
Hey, Sam Coker. You look familiar. Like on another different social media, something. I don't know. But anyway.
But just messing with us, huh?
Possibly. Anyway, well, I hope, Julio, that you get to Key West someday.
Yeah,
I think you should at least see it.
When you get down into actual Key West, it's I didn't like it there. It was not my kind of crowd, and it was very crowded. I mean, everything was just so tightly compressed, and yeah, and I mean, it was dangerous the way people were walking around.
Scene, yeah, and that's just not who we are, anyway.
Yeah, and
so,
yeah.
Anyway, but
they were.
I am glad to have seen it.
Yeah, it was a beautiful drive.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, I didn't like the job that much. I could see that if I was going to manage that place, it was going to be ran a whole lot different, and I don't know whether there was. It wouldn't have flown. Yeah. They liked the way it was run, so I want to drive it and then get back yesterday. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, I mean, the $1 Million Highway in Colorado is beautiful. That's a nice drive.
That's another place.
And there's hardly anyone there. You get up to the top.
But I mean, it's different, down in Florida, it's different than it is in Colorado.
I like Highway 1, California Highway 1. That's probably my favorite. We used to do that every year on the motorcycle, so loved it. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna sign off. We've been working all day.
And be sure to hit that thumbs up.
Yep.
And thanks for the comments.
Yeah, thank you. All right, guys.
Bye.
And good night.